This video is probably for me as much as it is for you. Hello, my name is Rachel, and for those of y'all that are new here, we are T-minus not enough days until my husband and I pack up all of our belongings and hit the road to become digital nomads. And with that, we have to keep our luggage compact, okay? We're planning on traveling with only a carry-on suitcase and a backpack. And you might be wondering, how are you gonna pack in such small? I have no idea. So instead of continuing the procrastination that was going on, I decided that together, you and I are going to discuss how to make the perfect travel capsule wardrobe. And then in the next video, I am going to go through actually creating mine so you can kind of see all of these steps in the process. So this is going to be your key to making sure that you can fit everything that you need into your suitcase, not get super tired with all of your outfits, and not have to carry an 80-pound bag throughout your entire trip. Grab your notebook because you're gonna wanna take notes. Like any good adventure, any good journey, we have to figure out our why, okay? Why does a capsule wardrobe matter? Of course, you can pick your 15 lightest items, or you can wear all black or all one color. But then are you really gonna enjoy the clothes that you have with you on vacation? Probably not. If you're anything like me, I'm no Instagram aficionado, but I wanna take and post a little picture, okay? I don't wanna just look any kind of way, even though I've never seen these people before and they may never see me again. I still want to enjoy what I'm wearing. And that's what a capsule wardrobe will do for you. All of your clothes will be able to pair and match with each other. And that is what will help you create different outfits every day without having to pack an entire suitcase, an entire large suitcase. And if you're anything like me, you have had those trips where maybe you're gone for a week or 2 weeks and you have the checked bag that was kind of pushing the limit. It was like 52 pounds, but you had a tow underneath it. You had the carry-on bag that was full, and you had the backpack that was full. And then you get to your trip and realize you are not wearing half of those clothes. And that's what we're trying to avoid. This also helps you save money on baggage, save money on decision fatigue, and just give you more freedom on the road. Our goal with this capsule wardrobe is to make sure that even though you are more than likely gonna have to rewear pieces, every outfit feels fresh. So in 5 steps, you're gonna have everything you need to know in order to create your perfect capsule wardrobe. And I'm also going to make a printable version of this and put it over on the Patreon. That way, whenever you want to, refer back to these, you don't have to watch the entire video again. You'll have your cheat sheet and you will know exactly what you need to do in order to make your capsule wardrobe. So let's get started with step number 1, and that is to define your trip and define your activities. And this is probably where you'll have the most variance between people on just what are you traveling for and where are you going? Someone going to the beach for a weekend and someone that's going to spend a week in the mountains of Colorado skiing are not going to need the same type of clothes. Also, the type of activities you're going to be doing. If you're doing a lot of working out, a lot of hiking, a lot of athletic, maybe you're going to be swimming or surfing, you're going to want to pack more pieces of clothes geared to that activity than someone who is just going to be casually walking, sightseeing, tours, museums, restaurants, and things like that. So when you're thinking about your trip, you want to start by listing out the top 5 activities that you are going to be doing to fit your trip. For example, our first part of digital nomading, we plan to do a lot of city exploring. We love trying new restaurants. We will be doing working out. We plan to work out at least every other day. So I do want to include that in there because we need clothes for that. City exploring, restaurants, working out. We don't do a ton of adventure active type activities, but we will be doing museums. And then because I'll be working, we are gonna wanna have some comfortable at home, more casual clothes. Now with that, because we're traveling so many different places, we need to be prepared for different climates. Even though the activities are casual, it'll be super hot summery and all the way until around Christmas time, it'll get pretty cold. So with those 5 activities, that'll be our focus for the different types of things that we're gonna wanna pack. Now that you have the activities, you're also going to want to think about what types of fabrics are gonna work with those activities. And I feel like this is where a lot of people don't put a lot of consideration into it. If you watch my video on the scrubba where I'm cleaning my clothes in the wash bag and then air drying them, The fabrics you pack make a ton of difference. Now, if you're only staying in Airbnbs or places with washer and dryers, then you might not have this issue. But if you're gonna be doing any kind of hand washing, or maybe you're gonna be using some laundromats, you wanna think about how long it'll take for your clothes to wash and dry and how often you're gonna need to wash them. For example, the workout clothes I could bring cotton leggings. Those will take days to dry if the sun's not out. Right now, it's cloudy outside. If I tried to put my clothes outside to dry, I would be here for the next 3.5 days. So I'm picking very lightweight, very moisture wicking clothing, as well as some natural fibers to kind of balance it out. So I do like packing a lot of linen because it is very versatile. It can go from beach to day to night, depending on how you dress it up. Not a ton of cotton. I like to pack one like base layer to keep me warm. Also, merino wool is really good for regulating body temperature and being relatively easy to hand wash. You need to be careful with it because it is wool, but it doesn't hold a smell. And then the synthetics are what will be your fast drying fabrics. So if you'll be doing island hopping like we are, then of course the linen pieces will fit in perfectly. But if you're going somewhere where you're gonna spend a lot of time hiking, then maybe you're gonna want some hiking pants and long sleeves and things like that. Okay, step 2, this one for me is the easiest. It is choosing a color palette. If you have a favorite color to wear, then you're already halfway there, okay? Think about what you wear a lot in your day-to-day at home. And honestly, my biggest tip is look at what clothes you're washing. For me, I noticed that I'm washing like the same things all the time. So my plan for this one is to stick with neutrals and have one accent. And that's typically what I recommend. Have your neutrals down and then pick your one accent color. Depending on your accent color, you may be able to have 2 if you can wear them with each other. But for most people, neutrals and one accent color will be your staple. Now, a tiny hack. This may not be a hack. I may just not know how to dress myself, but I think it's a hack. If there's one color you wear all the time and it is a little versatile, you can make it a neutral, okay? For me, pink is a neutral. Maybe you didn't hear me. Pink is a neutral. I'm not limiting myself on colors because I love wearing pink and I will wear it every day if possible. My walls are pink, computer's pink, phone, everything is pink. Pink is a neutral. An example of a color palette that includes colors, using them as a neutral, but doesn't include pink, would be like a charcoal gray, an olive green, a cream, and then like a mustard yellow as the accent. And you can see how you can make a variety of different outfits with this color and still look different and fresh every day. So for me, mine will probably be a light pink, black, a neutral tan, and I'm very back and forth on the bright white. I love bright white, but I've been told it's not great for traveling because of the stains. So I'm not sure what my pop of color will be, but if I stick with all neutrals, I do the light pink, the tan, the black, and then a creamy white. That also will leave space for potential shopping. And I feel like that is also important. If you're going someplace where you want to shop or you're going to be there a long time and you want to buy new pieces, leave room in your wardrobe for those things. I love getting clothes, and I know I won't be able to buy a lot while I'm on the road, but I'm prepared to have a little extra room. So if I want to supplement my wardrobe and replace things, I can do that. I also have this one bright orange dress that I wear a lot that may be my pop of color, but we'll see. A cohesive palette is what is going to make everything go seamlessly together, so there won't have to be any second guessing. You can grab something from the tops and grab something from the bottoms and you're good to go. Step 3 is where we're getting into the nitty and the gritty, and that is choosing your core pieces. And this, I would recommend starting well before I'm starting before our trip. But if you're traveling for somewhere for like 6 months or longer, this is going to be really the heart of your wardrobe. These are more than likely the things that you know and love, that are your tried and trues. Maybe you don't necessarily want to pick them up on the road because you know what you like. So 10 is a good place to start. There may be more, there may be less, but if you start with 10, you can at least pack them and see where you're gonna go. So here's where I would start if you're gonna start with 10 basic core pieces. 2 basic t-shirts. You can do 1 crew neck or 1 v-neck, or if you're not into v-necks, they can both be crew necks. 1 button-up shirt, one lightweight sweater. If you're like me, I use my button-up shirts as lightweight sweaters. So you could also just bring 2 button-up shirts if you wanted to put like a linen shirt or like a men's button-up and use that as a sweater. 1 pair of travel pants, and this is up for debate amongst the people in some of the comments. A lot of people I've seen in the comments, at least in my comments, are very pro denim for travel days. Bring 1 pair of jeans and wear them on your travel days is the stance that they have. And I can't say I disagree, but it's important that you have comfortable denim, because I feel like the people commenting were also men. And I feel like women's denim might not be as comfortable as men's denim, but 1 pair of travel pants that you will wear to every airport, to every train station, that's your travel outfit. 1 skirt or 1 pair of shorts, 1 versatile dress or jumpsuit, and then 1 packable blazer, jacket, something to keep you warm. Your goal is to have every single thing in your wardrobe pair with at minimum 2 other pieces, okay? Bonus if it's more, but you don't want to have anything in your wardrobe that you can only wear. Like this shirt can only go with these bottoms and things like that. You don't want to limit yourself that way. So everything is going to need to pair with 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 different pieces. Now that you have your 10 core pieces, it is time to go into step number 4, which is selecting your core accessories. And this is what will really make the outfits look really different. If you are a jewelry person though, like you have a lot of jewelry at home, this might be hard because bringing a lot of jewelry is definitely gonna take up space and maybe you don't need it. So we're gonna go through it and see what we can do. For functional accessories, this is pretty much everything that's not your core pieces. So underwear, swimsuit, a scarf that you can use as a scarf when it's cold, pool cover up, airplane blanket, but a big scarf is definitely always really helpful. Belt, hat, your everyday jewelry that you wear. So for me, I wear these hoops. I have 2 necklaces that I wear and then my ring, and that's pretty much it that I wear every day. So I would bring those. And then your packing cubes and your compression bags, everything that you're gonna put your stuff in. And even if you don't like using compression bags, maybe rethink that, because you'll thank me whenever it's halfway through your trip, you've worn half the clothes, but you're now changing hotels. It's nice to be able to close your packing cubes, compress them down, and then your clean clothes are separated from your dirty clothes that you hopefully have in a laundry bag. Compression cubes and packing cubes are always really, really helpful. They also help for if you're staying somewhere longer and you actually want to unpack your bag, you can put the packing cubes in like the hotel drawers or the Airbnb drawers and have organization in those drawers as well. And also, you are not going to want to forget some type of collapsible bag or collapsible tote. I'm currently hoping someone will de-influence me from buying a Longchamp bag, but I want that to be my collapsible tote so bad. But yes, a collapsible tote, because there'll be times where you just want more than your purse or what you're using day to day, but you don't want it all the time. You want something to go to the beach in or go to the market, get your groceries. You are always gonna want the big tote. So lay it flat, fold it up small, shove it in the suitcase, but you're gonna wanna have it. Step 6 is where we are right now, or it's at least where I am right now, which is test pack and refine. Because we're gonna be gone for so long, we're doing our best to make sure that the clothes that we're bringing are gonna work for us. So the plan is to, and I'm saying this because depending on how long you'll be gone, you may wanna do this too. But we are going to do a test pack where we put everything that we plan to wear into our suitcase. We pack it like we're gonna pack it. And then here's the key, live out of that suitcase for a few days. What are you missing? What do you want more of? What do you want less of? Are there things you're still having to pull from around your house because everything's not in your suitcase? Think about what exactly you'll need and make sure that it's in that bag. Honestly, this isn't even to stress you out, because depending on where you're going, buying things when you're there is always an option. And that is the lovely thing about travel, is that you're more times than not, unless you're going to Antarctica, which if you are, you're probably on a cruise ship and they have stores too, okay? You're rarely so stuck out of luck that you can't find anything. If you forget something, deep breath, go to the store and find it. So for our test pack, we are going to put all of our clothes in the suitcase, wear the clothes, and see how we feel with it. Do we feel like we don't have enough options for one of the activities? Maybe we have all the options for museum days, but when we want to go to a dinner, we don't feel like any of the clothes are elevated enough to work for a dinner. And so those are the types of things that we're going to assess when we do the test pack. Also, another thing you want to look at on top of what you do wear is there something in that suitcase that you literally won't touch, that you keep looking at and maybe picking something else or just looking over it? Go ahead and take that out now. The last thing you want to do is carry around clothes that you are not going to be using. Now is the time where I actually put my suitcase where my mouth is and get clothes into it. So the next video is going to be me actually creating my capsule wardrobe for my activities. I'll show you myself going through all of these steps to create the wardrobe that I will be wearing for, honestly, the foreseeable future in many different seasons. And you are definitely not gonna wanna miss that, so stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please send it to all of your friends and give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you will be notified every time I upload. Also, comment down below your staple capsule wardrobe pieces. If you've done something like this before, I literally need all the help I can get. I wanted to thank all the patrons over on the Patreon for being a part of our travel community. You will see the PDF version of these guidelines over on there shortly. And if you want to come hang out with us and join us over in the travel club, go ahead and look at the link down in the description. You can check out the Patreon. All right, that's all for this one. I'll see you next time, okay? Y'all have to come back and help me pack. I'm so serious. Do not let me do this by myself. All right? Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.